Hello, good afternoon. This is just a quick YouTube video of Babybel Wax that I am currently mounting in an old slow cooker. I have made some videos about this in the past. Now, as you can see in the bottom of the slow cooker, there is some remnants of what would have been some wax crayons from my children when they no longer wanted them. Last year, what I ended up doing was an experiment of mixing wax crayons with Babybel Wax, which actually did change the colour of the wax once it was melted. What I've also found with the wax is when it does melt is that it is no longer this bright red colour. It does actually go quite a dark red, which I personally think is quite nice. Now, I do not personally want to be drilling into any of my moulds, so what I have done is made them into what I would call Babybel Wax decorations. Yes, you can use Babybel Wax to make candles. You can buy wicks for this, or what I did was put in some old birthday candles in the centre of some of my wax once I'd melted it. But personally, I do think that because of the wax, and I've had these moulds for cake baking that I don't use for that anymore, so I use them to melt some Babybel Wax into, is that I have kept them at room temperature, and I've even kept the wax once it has been moulded at room temperature as well. And over the last couple of months, I haven't noticed any changes to their shape at all, so they do not appear to have been affected by being in a room at room temperature. However, what I would recommend is if you were to make anything with Babybel Wax, please be vigilant as to where you place it in your home. Make sure you don't put it above a radiator or in direct sunlight, as it's things like that that are more than likely to change the viscosity of the wax. So you don't want to be waking up in the morning finding that you've got loads of Babybel Wax that's melted because you've had the heating on at night on the top of one of your favourite bookshelves, for example. So what I'm doing is I'm going to continue to do some experiments over the next few months with Babybel Wax to see what it is and is not ideal for. Ideally, I was hoping to do some wax melts that when you do melt them, you can still smell the lavender oil that I put in with my first batch. You can buy wax melts for next to nothing, usually for something ridiculous like 99p from a 99p store, mentioning no names. But my only concern, obviously, is if you are going to be burning something in your house, make sure it's safe to do so. When you do purchase stuff that is unfortunately made abroad, they don't always comply to the same rules and regulations as UK companies would have to. So, for example, limonene and citronella, which is used to make the house sort of smell of lemons or have a citrus smell to it, can actually produce formaldehyde, which, as you're probably aware or not aware, is actually toxic. So what I've tried to do as best as I can is I've used Babybel Wax because it would be classed as food safe, because it would be, I couldn't understand why they would cake something such as cheese in a wax that wasn't food safe. And also, if you look at the ingredients on Babybel Wax, there doesn't appear to be anything in there that could potentially be harmful apart from paraffin. Sorry. So that's just my little one in the background. So again, and then with lavender oil, I've used that because I know I don't have an allergy to lavender oil. Just a second. But I know that some people may have. So thank you very much for watching, And if you have any questions or queries, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you.